So yes, I'm late again. I apologize. But I honestly got to say that I think with this filler right now, what's happening is if there's a problem, a glaring problem, it's the pacing. I honestly think that the pacing for this filler has just been going way too slow compared to what it should be, especially like if you really want to get things going. Like the written exams at the end of the day, while it's cool to see them using strategy and using their heads and not just, you know, beaming their way through, so that's cool in that aspect. But like, in all honesty, the pacing is just really slow for some of the, you know, this exam right here, the written portion or whatever. Like, I mean, a good chunk of it yet again with this episode was the numbers 40 plus 30 plus 30, and you know, knock 4 times, no 5 times, no. Like, it was really at the point where I was like, oh my gosh, what are they doing? I mean, it seems so exciting. A new Chunnin exams, we're gonna see how people became Chunnin, how Neji became a Jonin, everything, which by the way is already showcasing little inklings of why Neji became the Jonin. I mean, he took charge in the classroom, he was the first one to run off in the race because he already knew what was, you know, what time it was or whatever. So it's like, yeah, this is why Neji is gonna become a Jonin and everyone else might become Chunnin, because he's a natural born leader. I mean, he was. And then they had to throw in the scumbag test. I love the scumbag test. Like, that lesson that we learned long ago regarding, you know, a person who abandons their comrades is worse than scum or whatever. I'm glad that it yet again fits in there, and they made sure to get rid of the scumbags that decided to basically leave one of their friends for dead. So that was kind of, you know, interesting that they implemented that, and Shikamaru kind of took that lesson that he heard, because he wasn't there to learn it from Kakashi, but you know, that lesson was implied yet again. That shows that the Konoha 11, they have good values, they have a good value system. But honestly, the first half, maybe even more so of this episode, it was just sluggish, and it was like cool to see them doing, like, you know, strategic things with their mind, but it was slow. And then like from the midway point, maybe a little after the midway point, the whole stuff with like Danzo's warning regarding that he believes Hanzo is dead and whatnot, that was kind of starting to get a little bit interesting and starting to move in the more major points that we want to see, because at the end of the day, this is supposed to be the exams go down and some major shit happens, and I'm imagining it might have something to do with between the Hidden Rain ninjas and maybe the Akatsuki or something. I don't know, but that's definitely slowly easing in because of what Danzo's warning said. I think that's foreshadowing in a way as to whatever threat that's going to happen, what's going to happen. You know, the Hidden Rain, I think, might have a major part in it, whether it's like former followers of Hanzo or Pain sent some spies, whatever the case may be. That is, I think, going to be a part of the threat that they have to face. And we have an old-fashioned race to the Hidden Sand. So this episode, for the most part, it was alright, honestly. I think the first part is not even that it's bad, it's just kind of sluggish, and personally, on a more personal note, I just really wasn't that interested in the knocking and all the counting yet again. I mean, it's not, you know, complicated math or whatever, but it's just like, I don't want to spend about 13-14 minutes hearing about 40 plus 30, knocking 4 times, you know, you get what I mean. But at the same time, it's still cool and I guess nostalgic in a way of the previous exams. But I think one of the big things that is missing, which is why it makes it a little more rocky like this, is Naruto himself. Naruto, honestly, as a main character, he brought excitement, he brought the jokes, he brought all that you need to make things more interesting. So in the previous exams, if you take out Naruto, you think about it, it would have been a little more boring. So I think that that's why this feels this way, because you don't have the knuckleheaded ninja there. And judging by the pacing, I'm guessing this is going to be anywhere from 12 to 24 episodes as filler. Hopefully not 24, hopefully 12, but it's sluggish, so I don't know. So maybe like a 5 again for this episode. I want to say a 5 out of 10 average yet again. Still not bad, but definitely we need to get a move on things, which it seems as though now that we're getting into this race and the written stuff is left behind, we might actually start kicking into gear and getting the thread and getting more exciting, you know, cool battles and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to the next one. But let me know what you thought of this episode. How did you feel about it? What do you think about the written portion where you just kind of like, and what do you think about the threat? Who do you think is going to be the big threat? Is it the Hidden Rain? Is it old Hanzo followers, or what's up with that? And what do you think overall just about how this filler's been so far? To be honest with you, this filler, I think, again, the glaring problem is the pacing. If they sped it up a little bit, if we didn't have to see 40 plus 30 plus 50 plus 80 a million times, it would be golden. And your real thoughts, but that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you do so as well, that'd be amazing. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.